welcome to this space. Welcome to this space. So I'm A.L. Garris, and I have a business called Sacred Expansion, and I do just that. I assist individuals in aligning and activating and implementing their sacredness inside their now, expanding that space of themselves in their now flow. So I just did a video recently, you might have seen it. I was in my car and it was talking about the current energies. And if you're seeing this video and it's years old, that's all right. All is unfolding in divine timing, and it will hold what it holds for you in that now as well. But I was speaking of the energies we were experiencing right now, and I was speaking about this space of feeling a void recently, feeling a really big void come in, and just the energy feeling off and weird, right? And I was talking about in the video how originally when I felt the energy being off and void, and I thought it was something going on in me, because that's what we do first, right? We register what we're feeling and then we observe it with awareness and we read it. And we need to learn how to do this. We need to allow this space of ourselves, because we are shifting into these higher vibrational spaces of being us, the new human, the higher human. Yes. And so in doing so, we are going to be running a larger amount of energy, if you will, inside of our now form, in our now space, and in our life. And so understanding our own energy and understanding other energies and understanding our way of navigating all of this is really what we're doing right now. So everybody is doing it in a little bit of a different way, but it's all then interconnected in the collective flow, expanding. So I talked about this, and then in our family, our beautiful Acasma family, we have a free community space, and in that we have some chat spaces, and we also do a monthly grid space together, a Zoom that I lead. So if you're not already in that, go to my website, sacredexpansion.com, and on the front page there's a button that says join the free community. In that community and in that chat space, many of you commented, but one of you commented with a specific comment that I want to cover here in this video. So I'm making this video especially for them and for all who are, I'm sure, in alignment with and understanding of what this beautiful individual was sharing. So I'm going to go ahead and read the comment that was shared with us, all right? And then we're going to talk about it. So this was reference a video, the video I just got done talking about, where Holly, our beautiful leader of the Eternal Light Within pod, Holly shared it. And it's the video thumbnail on YouTube has me, and then it says, "We jumped, we did it, new timeline, biggest jump yet, end times." Okay, so this is reference that same video that I just got done speaking of, okay? So this is beautiful MJ. So hello, MJ. Thank you for being your presence in this space. So MJ wrote in and said, "Thank you for addressing this. Thank you all, because I've been in and felt a void and was in a challenging pickle these days, accompanied by at times feeling completely cut off from source and of every soulful and joyful connection. It felt like a desert and so lost, lonely, empty, dark." Yes, that is why I've been avoiding to come in here for the past couple of days, because with everybody in here, every being being so cheerful and so light, I was enjoying the ride while I have those feelings and perceptions, changes, and I didn't want to bother you lovely souls with the low frequencies. I also think the best way to do it, as you and beautiful Andrea and Ali and Debbie pointed out, is to fill the space with love and light and conscious understanding, and to see as those spaces transform and shift. But sometimes to me, it feels like it is not easy at all. I hope my share is okay. If it's not, please let me know. Blessings to all eternal soul beings, and may light illuminate all spaces. So MJ, you so beautifully closed out your share with your own powerful message to yourself and to all of us, if you will, when you said Blessings to all eternal soul beings, and may light illuminate all spaces. So this space here, our beautiful Acasma family of light, our community, and those chat spaces that she's speaking of, and she mentioned that in, they offer just this. They offer the reminder of that light that illuminates all spaces, because we are that light illuminating all spaces. And when one of us may feel out of alignment with being that light, another of us can hold that line. And I talked about that in the video as well. How many of us over the last years, really, but definitely over the last several days, week or so, we've been holding the line. We've been holding the line. Now, what's happening here? Because MJ experienced it in a sense where she felt very alone, and it felt very heavy and dark, and she couldn't pick up on source. She couldn't pick up on the joy. But she navigated. Do you see how she stuck with her truth in knowing it would pass? And here she came in with her story of the experiential space, but she came back. She came into the space. She came into the light. She came into the Acasma family space, and she shed. So, every single increment of the way in which we process is valuable. I've talked about this before. MJ's space is so valuable because there is an immense amount of people in or individuals' consciousness lives inside the human collective that relate to what MJ is experiencing, has experienced. And her navigation of it from that space of herself that remembered she is more, knowing she was having this space. Yes, but it wasn't defining her. She was just navigating it. She was just allowing it. She was just sensing it, being aware of it, acknowledging it, but also knowing it was going to shift. She was going to shift. It was going to pass. And then there's all these other increments of that same experiential space being read a little bit differently, depending upon the reader, right? And so when I was experiencing it, it did feel uncomfortable. And I did know, I did assess whether it was something I needed to make note of, because sometimes it can be, and we need to be aware of that as well. Sometimes it can be that we need a reset. We need a clearing. Sometimes it can be that we need a nurture day, or we need to eat better, or we need to sleep better, or we need to take a supplement, or our hormones are out of whack. Those things are real spaces that can create very off energy. So it matters to pay attention and to listen with your intuition and take good care of yourself. And then sometimes it can be the energy around you and nothing to do with the energy within you, in the sense of the creation of that you're feeling. So when I was feeling off, I first checked me, and I realized it wasn't me. Okay, so now what do I do with this? I don't allow it to find a outlet to manifest itself bigger through me. That's really big. If you take nothing else away from this video, please take that. When you're feeling the energies of this massive shift that we are experiencing, and you're feeling the anger and the frustration of the collective, you're feeling the joy and the exhilaration of the collective, you're feeling the release and the clearing of the collective. And this is big. This is beyond even the now. This is all the ancestral lines, the family lines that have come before us. Yes. But when you're feeling these spaces, those spaces are actual energies that are coming to the surface to be seen and to be acknowledged, so that they can then shift. And how they shift is by us, that is, those of us who are registering them. MJ, Ali, Holly, Trudy, all those that are writing in and sharing their information here, Veronica, Gregory, yes, Sam, we have so many. Thank you all. But all that are registering that here, in those moments when you are registering the energies, and this is the key, you understand that you are like an intercessor, you are like a filtration system. And those energies come up and they come through, and we read them and we feel them, and we understand to some degree what they kind of are, right? Like we can say, this is dense, this is heavy, this is whatever. But we don't engage in them. We don't become dense and heavy. We don't become frustrated and angry. We don't become overthinking and whatever else it is. We acknowledge what we're understanding is kind of floating around us and through us. And because we don't engage it in the sense of allowing ourselves to become that, but we give it the opportunity to become this, which is peace. The peace that passes all understanding. The peace that knows it is eternal, having the now. The peace that is running through us, that is the divine, the origination, source, God, available to all, because we can maintain peace even as we witness the other. So we amplify peace even as we feel separation. Yes, we amplify peace even as we feel frustration or anger. And it's maybe not even ours. We might be looking at the world going, I love everything I see. I'm grateful everything is unfolding the way it is unfolding. But there can be spaces of the collective that aren't. And our peace, our balance is then offered to those spaces of energy that we are sensing, that we are feeling. And we do not become amplification points of hate. We do not become amplification points of fear. But we become and we remain and we are amplification points of love. Everyone is facilitating a different space of this rise, Holy One. Everyone has what you would call a different job, a different role. Those that seem to find their way here. You are anchors of peace. You are amplifiers of love. You are beacons of light. Thank you. Now, as you are being this space of you, there are so many things you can do to nurture your being. Acasma Quantum Energy sessions, we do them once a month. We have a beautiful gathering on Zoom. Many of you are there for that. That is one way, a reset every month through that Acasma Quantum Energy space in the grid. If you're in our Acasma grid, you're also offered the pods of light, the Acasma pods of light. We have 3 of them with 3 leaders, and each of those leaders is activated and attuned to Acasma quantum energy. They're all grand masters. They provide a free once a month energy session to reset your being, to help clear, to help realign you as you are experiencing this shift and being this peace. That's what we're here for. Those that find their way here and they say, I want to learn Acasma quantum energy and I want to facilitate Acasma quantum energy, we're helping the shift. We provide grounding frequencies for the body and the being as they shift, as they expand, and as they realign in this higher flow. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's big. It's beautiful. The chat spaces are a space to communicate all of the amazing, wonderful, powerful spaces that we can say, see this with me, look at this with me, amplify this with me. We are more. Here's my proof. And it can also be a space, and is now and then, for those that need that extra love as they are navigating a space where they are remembering more of who they are. And MJ's right. We don't condone victimhood in Acasma Family of Light. So we don't condone, every single day looking at what's wrong. We do support 100% being available to trust yourself more and open up to seeing all the spaces that are right and that you have the ability to be grateful for, because that's important. Whatever you focus on is gonna expand. So if you're focusing on seeing what you're grateful for first and what's right first, that will expand and heal the spaces that may not feel right, that you may not feel like you want to see that much more of. It is a powerful way of implementing your sovereignty. And we teach that and we support that here in the Acasma family of light. We're here to assist this very now, this very time that we find ourselves in. That video I did was end times, and we really are in the end times. Yes, some of us have, understood this was coming for a very long time. I did through my whole entire childhood. I read every book I could get my hands on that talked about the end times and revelations and tribulations and raptures and all of these things. Yes, and I see very much, the prophecies unfolding. I talked about that a little bit in that video as well. And here we are. So many of us have seen these spaces coming for a long time, and here we are. We are these spaces. And we know exactly what to do. We really do. We just need to trust ourselves. We need to nurture ourselves. Do those grid spaces. Watch the replays if you miss the lives. Visit them more than once in a month. I'm telling you, there are grounding frequencies and assistance for the energy as you are continuing to expand and be this you. My YouTube content, all that's available there, it's free. There are so many videos you can watch that are energetic videos, teaching videos, clearing videos, grounding videos. When you watch something the first time, you connect with it from that space of your energy, that space of your understanding. When you watch it a second time, you're a different person and your energy is different as well. So be open to allowing the continual ever expansion spaces of you. Work with crystal energy. I highly suggest clear quartz. It's going to be an amplifier for you, and you can set intentions for the amplification of clearing, the amplification of grounding, the amplification of love, the amplification of peace, the amplification of balance. Work with shungite, very grounding. Work with celestial. Clarity in your messages you're bringing yourself. Clarity in hearing, source, God, the angels, the star ones, the ancestors, your own higher knowing, the Holy Spirit. Larimar, amber. I work with others. I work with bloodstone. I have some right here. Let's see. I also have smoky quartz. Let's see. Another bloodstone over here. Another celestial. I have them all around me. I wear them on my body. I put them in my room. They're by my bed. Tourmaline. I love tourmaline. Labradorite. I love labradorite. Trust yourself. Lean in. Listen. Work with crystals. If you don't already have my book, I have a book. I don't have it up. I usually have it right here, but I don't have it right here. But if you've read my book, please comment on this video and share your thoughts. But I have a book called Remember Who You Are, AQE Foundations. Yes, it teaches you an entire healing modality and ascension modality. It absolutely does. Yes, it offers activations and attunements in it. Yes, there's a course that goes with it. If you'd like to take it, it's on my website. But just as a standalone, as a book, it is extremely activating, and it opens up the understanding of the self as divine. Yes, and navigating this shift we're in. These spaces of feeling like there's a void, these spaces of feeling cut off from source and God and your team of light. We are stretching ourselves out of the old way of being and into the new way of flowing. We're stretching ourselves. Trust yourself, Holy One. Eat well as you can. Don't get in your head about it. Drink water. Get good rest. Sometimes just sit still and look around. Contemplate. That's a form of meditation. Meditation has been kind of like out of reach for a lot of people because it's been created to be a space where you have to make this thing be silent. And it actually works even better if you don't try to make your mind shut off and you learn how to work and live with your mind in a higher flow of you. That's the type of meditation I do and the type of meditation I share. Listen to high quality information from myself and others that are sharing these kind of spaces with you that see the highest light in you and that support that expansion of you and that love that now you. Surround yourself with this. And if you say, well, no one in my family feels this way, none of my friends feel this way, I kind of don't have anybody I could talk to, join the family, join our Acasma family. We're right here, we're free, we're all over the world, we're international. You say, oh yeah, I want people in person. I'm telling you, it's a fantastic way to open up to people and to connect with people and to share with people. And we hold events all throughout the year where we get together as well. So take good care. You came to this now, to this very now, and to these very times that we see unfolding. You came to be in this space for a reason, for a purpose. Yes. For anyone who's not aware of the yes I keep saying throughout this video, it is us in our space of what we call the higher self, the higher mind, the higher heart, Holy Spirit, God's source space, the divine. Yes, flowing in to the now, to communicate to us, to remind us, to reassure us just how incredible we are, just how powerful we are, just how loved we are, just how safe we are. You are an eternal being having a now. And you are learning to register the energies of that shift of understanding coming in more and more. And these spaces will feel different for different people. Some have dreams. I saw comments on that video of having very vivid dreams. Some of you were saying they were almost, too intense in a sense. Write them down. Write them down. Why? People say, oh, I don't want to write that. It was so hard or horrible or whatever. There's something about when you write it that you get more clarity on what it is trying to tell you. And many times by just writing it, by it moving through your form as you're writing it, you're covering it in that peace that you are. Even if you're not feeling peace when you're writing it, your core is peace. You came to be the peace. Yes. Trust yourselves. Do things that make you happy. If that's gardening, playing with your children, playing with animals, getting out in nature, taking a walk, working out at the gym, cooking. This is a precious lifetime that will never ever be returned to you again in the same manner. You'll have one time through as this you. Yes. Yes. Be good to yourself. All right, I'm going to lay this at your feet. I hope that this shares some reassurance with you that you are never alone. You are surrounded by love, seen and unseen. And that love is within you and all around you. I'm going to be doing another video very soon on prayer. And I think it's time to assist those who are seeking to connect deeper with the higher self, with the higher heart, the higher mind, with the divine that they are within, and with the divine that is all around you. And prayer is a wonderful way to do so. So I will make that video. We will take this deeper, but let's allow a prayer here. A prayer that you can connect with whenever you feel to, if you feel to, in the way that you feel to. So if you want to close your eyes, you can. If you want to close your eyes and just listen, if you want to close your eyes and intend to be in this prayer with me, that the words that I say, you say. And you can listen to it fully before you decide that. But may this be a prayer that is available to all to navigate the expansion and shift of their being and of their species, of their planet, and of consciousness itself. I pray this prayer as I allow my being presence with the One. I pray this prayer as I lean in and trust that I am surrounded by love. I pray this prayer as I amplify the energy of peace in my being and in my world. I pray this prayer knowing with every word I am connecting with the divine, with Source, with God, with love, with peace. Yes, I trust this connection. I bless this connection. And I know that I am this connection. I am grateful. I am unwavering. I allow. I pray that my team of light walk with me continually, knowing that I am grateful. I pray that my team of light surround my home, surround my vehicle, surround my job, surround my family, surround all the ways in which I am me with love, with divine intervention as needed for me. I am grateful to be in this now. And I know it is important for me to be in this now. And I allow the love of my eternal being to flow through me in this now. And I place this prayer, this intention, this knowing, this trust, this faith inside of sacred and divine love. And I send it out into the universe, the quantum field. That which is aligned with the greatest degree of love, the highest alignment of light, Christ consciousness. And I seal this with love. We'll talk more on prayer, but that's a beautiful prayer you can connect with if you feel to. A quick prayer you could use at any given moment. If things feel big, you could say, I lean in to Source. I lean in to my team of light. I lean in to all those who come in the greatest degree of love and in the alignment of Christ consciousness. I lean into those spaces now. And I don't know if I touched on this deep enough, but not only is it important that we realize by not engaging the energies we're feeling, but understanding we're just feeling them because we have the ability to do so without engaging. We're here for that. Some people aren't. That's okay. We are here to just filter the energy through the space of peace. And by doing that, we're not amplifying the opposite. We're amplifying the peace into the space that used to be outside of peace. And then that's available to the entire collective. And every single time we have these spaces and we're able to navigate them in that manner, we are turning the dial, if you will, the frequency, the vibrational connection point of what we are then running as a creator vibration for humanity. So your hand, your heart, your being is on the dial. And as you be you and trust you, that dial is continually turning into the direction of peace. And you can do this. You're designed to. You're designed to. You're never, ever, ever alone. And if you ever feel like you are, you have remind yourself, who am I? Say it. Yes. Who am I? Yes. And allow your imagination to envision your eternalness that's having a now. And draw that power in, light that power up, and let that power flow. This too shall pass. And with every passing of the old rises the new. Yes. All right. I lay that at your feet. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for walking with me. Thank you for allowing me to walk with you. Blessings, Holy One.